right, a beautiful morning to you and yours, and it is 8:02 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad. How's it going? How are you doing this very morning? It is a good day to be alive, and we are basking in it. Yeah, it is actually a good day to be alive. It is the 31st day in the year, 31st day in the month of December, and we're wrapping up the year today. And it's just great. It's just a great feeling. And it's just somewhat chilly this morning because a lot of people have been clamoring for, the Hamatan. But this morning was somewhat chilly. Maybe, just maybe, the Hamatan is gearing up to start the new year with us. So how are you doing? How's your morning going? My name is Bolabad. I'll be here from now to 9:55, and we've got a lot to do together. We've got a lot to do together from now till 8:10. We check out the weather forecast for today, and also we would then go through the front pages of various Nigerian dailies once it is 8:10, and we do that for about 20 minutes. And 8:30, the sports crew will be in the studios to take us through the exciting world of sports. And once it is 9 a.m., the last edition for People's Assembly for this year will be coming up on air, and then we get to talk about things going on in the country, so to say. And once it is 8:40-ish, 8:45, we'll wrap up, and then we would have a melody surprise by 8:45, between 9:45 rather, and 9:55. So it's a packed show. I'm excited, honestly. I'm super excited. I do not know why, but it feels really good to be here, and I'm sure that you feel good as well to be at the other end of the radio listening to me this morning, because a lot has happened this year. It's been a very full and long year, and God help us. A lot has happened this year, right? All right, now let's kick off with the weather forecast for today. It is about 25 degrees Celsius right now, and the temperature will keep rising to peak at 34 degrees Celsius. It's going to be a rather hot day this today, and because from as early as 11 a.m., the temperature is going to hit 30 degrees Celsius. 30 degrees Celsius as early as 11 a.m. But it's going to be peaking at 34 degrees Celsius by 2 p.m. So from 2 p.m. to about 4 p.m., it is going to be really hot. And before it starts dropping by 5 p.m. to 33 degrees Celsius, and all the way to 26 degrees Celsius by 11 p.m. rather, later tonight. Though partly cloudy conditions are expected between 9 a.m. and 12 noon, with mostly sunny conditions expected at 12 noon. So it's going to start to get hot from 11 actually, but fully from 12 noon up until like 5 p.m. later today. All right, so that being said, we'll move on to the motivation quote for today, and you know it, it's about gratitude. And this one is something that I want you to hold on to for today and moving into the new year to change your your mindset and everything. This one says, be thankful for what you have. You end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. I'll take that again. Be thankful for what you have. You will end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. That is the quote for today. And this powerful quote is actually attributed to Oprah Winfrey. It actually highlights the transformative power of gratitude and abundance mindset, actually focusing on appreciating, or should I say, focusing on the fact that appreciation attracts more good things, while focusing on lack creates perpetual dissatisfaction with life and everything. Shifting your perspective from scarcity to abundance to unlock fulfillment. It is about training your brain to see the good, about making you happier and more resilient by acknowledging blessings, big or small, rather than getting stuck in what is missing. Now, what is the core idea of this quote? First one is gratitude. Being thankful for your current blessings, even the small ones, shifts your outlook to positivity. Another one is that abundance mindset. That is another core idea of the quote, because when you appreciate what you have, you open yourself to receiving more, feeling content and fulfilling. Another one is the scarcity mindset, okay? Because that one focuses on what you lack. Because focusing on what you lack creates a cycle of negativity, making you feel you will never have enough, and that is something that you do not want. So, how do you practice this particular quote? You start a gratitude journal. I talked about it yesterday as well. Write down things you're thankful for every day. One, two, or just say, I'm thankful today that I survived today. You don't have to necessarily have something. Even on bad days, have the mind of gratitude or the spirit of gratitude. Focus on the small things. A sunny day, a good parking spot, a kind word said to you by a stranger or by someone that you know, and also be present in your own life. Mindfulness helps you notice the good around you. And lastly, share gratitude. Express thanks to others to spread positivity. I said yesterday that the core of the human nature is to be appreciated. We love being appreciated. So if someone does something good for you, say thank you. You will not die. Okay? Do not forget that the quote for today actually says, be thankful for what you have and you end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. So with that, I'll be heading straight to the music, and then we'll check out the front pages of various Nigerian dailies later by 8:10. But for now, this is Dido coming through with thank you. Stick around and thank you so much for keeping it 100.7 FM.
My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all.
Alright, we're back to it, and the time is 8:12 from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. That was Dito doing Thank You, and my name is Bolabad. This is Melody Sunrise, and we are about to go through the front pages of various Nigerian dailies this morning. Per usual, I have the Nigerian Tribune, Vanguard, The Guardian, The Punch newspaper, and The Nation newspaper. Checking out the front page of The Nation newspaper, the first headline I'll be taking says, "We will correct Rivers' leadership mistake in 2027," says Wike. And that story can be found on page 3 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Alleged 8.7 billion naira fraud, that is the kicker. Malami's son remanded in prison till Friday. And that story is on page 2 of the Nation newspaper this morning. CBN projects 4.5% growth in 2026 as the writer reads, inflation to drop further. And that story is on page 2 of the Nation newspaper this very morning. Rivers lawmakers reject Yuletide gift. And that story is on page 3 of the Nation newspaper as well this morning. And Edun gets a British royal honor. Stories on page 37 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Now the biggest headline on the front page of the Nation newspaper: why tax laws must take off fully now, by Tinubu. And the riders attached to it, about 3. First one says, President dismisses implementation postponement call. Second rider says, law meant to reset tax system. And the last one says, NECA backs federal government. Stories on the front page, but continues on page 2 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Boxing world sympathizes with Joshua. A story has a rider. Death of boxing icons associate in fatal crash throws Shagamu into mourning. And that story can be found on the front page, but continues on page 3 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Kano and NPP leadership pits Yusuf against Kwakwanso. And that story is on page 37 of the Nation newspaper as well this very morning. Now moving on to the Punch newspaper this morning. First headline says 2026 budgets, that is the kicker. 10 states plan 4.3 trillion naira borrowing. And that story can be found on page 31 of the Punch newspaper this morning. FX reserves to hit $51 billion by 2026, says CBN. And that story is on page 33 of the Punch newspaper as well this morning. Military arrests suicide bomber, recovers 189 AK-47 rifles. Stories on page 14 of the Punch newspaper as well this very morning. Fatal crash, that is the kicker of this headline. Family demands access to Joshua as FRSC awaits probe report. And that story is on page 14 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Alteration row, that is the kicker of the biggest headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Tinubu insists on January 1st for new tax regime. And the writer says, President says no turning back on reforms. Atiku PDP slam tax legislation. And all of that can be found on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Alleged money laundering, that is the kicker. Ex-AGF Malami, wife, son to spend New Year in prison. And that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. PDP sues INEC over candidates' exclusion from Ekiti poll. And that story is on page 14 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Lagos Plaza death toll hits 5 as fire raises another market. Story can be found on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Rivers lawmakers reject Fubara's Christmas gift. Wike opposes automatic ticket. And that story is on page 30 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Now moving on to the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. First headline I'll be taking says, PDP shrinks in Oyo as Aborishade leads supporters to ADC. And that story can be found on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Moving on to another headline, NICOM insists on July 30 recapitalization, rules out extension. And that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. FRSC reiterates caution as British envoy governors visit Joshua. at Lagos Hospital. And that story is on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. To the biggest headline, cooking gas, that is the kicker. Over 20 million households stick to firewood, charcoal over affordability. And that story is on page 6. You're wondering, right? Because you think everybody is using gas these days. 20 million households in Nigeria is sticking to firewood and charcoal. There is a breakdown of, the numbers of household, and now this, figures were actually were arrived at. There's the cost for cylinder, the retail LPG prices, and also the government plan and everything. You can find that on the front page, but the full story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. This anticipate Yusuf's defection as Kwakwanso rallies lawmakers, and that story can be found on page 30. On page 30 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. Court remands Malamisan over. The biggest headline reads: New tax laws take effect tomorrow. Tinubu insists. Story has a handful of riders. Says no substantial issue established to warrant a stop. Calls on stakeholders to support implementation, reads another rider. Another rider says fix the law first. PDP urged presidency. And the last rider says NECA endorses take off. Says delay crime against Nigeria. And that story is on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Alleged money laundering, that is the kick of this headline. Malamisan docked, remanded in prison. And that story is on page 6 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Amatekun nabs 39 terror suspects fleeing Sakwato in Ondo. And that story is on page 10 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. CBN projects 4.49% economic growth. $51 billion reserves for 2026. The story has a writer says projects 12.4% inflation rate, 34.6% debt to GDP, and all of that can be found on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. 2027, that is the kick of this headline. We won't allow another mistake in Rivers, says Wike, and that story is on page 12 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. 2025, that is the kick of this headline as well. How Nigerians paid more for data calls despite network disruptions, and that can be found on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. AFCON, that is the kick of this headline. Super Eagles cruise on, make it 3 wins from 3, and that story can be found on page 32 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. Now moving on to the front page of Nigerian Tribune this morning. The headline reads, first one I'll be taking says, how APC tsunami reshapes Nigeria's geopolitical map in 2025. And that story can be found on pages 17 to 20 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Federal government denies plot to target opposition figures, and the writer says dismisses ADP for VIP document as fake. And that story is on page 2 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. To another headline, alleged money laundering, and that is the kicker. Court orders remand of Malami San in Kuje prison till January 2nd. And the biggest headline on the front page of Nigerian Tribune reads, new tax laws take off January 1st, Tinubu says. Story has a handful of riders, says, okay, no substantial issue has been established that warrants a disruption of reform process. Absolute trust is built over time through making the right decisions, not through premature reactive measures. And that can be found on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. CBN projects 4.49% GDP growth in 2026, and that story is on page 5 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Air offensive overwhelming bandits in Zamfara, and that is a statement credited to military source. And story has a writer says Amotekun arrest 39 suspects in Ondo Forest. Story is on pages 2 and 3 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. The time is 8:23, and this is as far as we can go. Checking out the front pages of various Nigerian dailies this morning. I'll be heading back to the music, and once it is 8:30, the sports crew will be in the studios.
Close to me, I let it go back to just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. We under. I wonder what it takes to make this one better place. Let's erase the wasted. Take the evil out the people. They'll be acting right. It's both black and white. It's both tonight. And the only time we chill is when we kill each other. It takes skill to be real time to heal each other. And although it seems evident, we ain't ready to see a black president. It ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary's packed and it's filled with blacks. But some things will never change. Try to show another way, but it's staying in the dope game. Now tell me what's a mother to do. Being real don't appeal to the brother in you. You gotta operate the easy way.
I made a G today,
but you made it in a sleazy way. Sell it back to the kid.
I gotta get paid.
Well, hey, well that's the way it is.
Come on.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
We gotta make a change. It's time for us as a people to start making some changes. Let's change the way we eat. Let's change the way we live. And let's change the way we treat each other. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive. And still I see no changes. Can a brother get a little peace? It's war on the streets and a war in the Middle East. Instead of war on poverty, they got a war on drugs so the police can bother me. And I ain't never did a crime I ain't have to do. For now back with the facts, giving it back to you. Don't let them jack you up, back you up, crack you up, and pimp smack you up. You gotta learn to hold your own. They get jealous when they see you with your mobile phone. But tell the cops I can't touch this. I don't trust this. When they try to rush, I bust this. That's the sound number 2. You say it ain't cool. My mama didn't raise no fool. And as long as I stay black, I got a stage strap. And I never get to lay back. Cause I always gotta worry about the payback. Some book that I roughed up way back. Coming back after all these years. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. That's the way it is.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. You're my brother, you're my sister. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
Some things will never change.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
As you see me so, I know send you. But that's why no mean say, I know they wish you well, yo. I mind my own business and I don't give a shit, but I still they feel you, oh. Cause we are one in the same one struggle. Plus without you, there will be no one to call my brother. I say without you, there will be no one to call my neighbor. I say without you, there will be no one to show I care. Oh, without you, there'll be no me. That's why I say, I don't want you to look at me like a stranger. I don't want to come across to you like just another nigga. I know you cannot trust nobody, but you have to trust someone. Oh, that's why I want you to see me as your brother. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. As you see me so, it marry don't bless me, yo. But that one no mean say I will come and start to pose, yo. See, we are all gifted and unique in our own different ways. But we are one in the same one struggle, hustle, hustle, hustle. Cause without you, there will be no one to come my lawyer, my doctor. Say without you, there will be no one to come my papa, my dancer. I say without you, there will be no one to come my African queen. But without you, there'll be no me. That's why I say, hey, I don't want you to look at me like a stranger. Don't want to come across to you like just another nigga. Oh, I know you cannot trust nobody, but you have to trust someone. Oh, that's why I want you to see me as your brother. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, brother, hey. Oh, hey, hey, brother, hey, hey. See me as your nigga. As a hypothetical nigga. Oh, see me as your brother. Oh, yeah, yeah. If you marry, bless you. If you marry, bless me. If you marry, bless us. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you marry, bless you. If you marry, bless me. If you marry, bless us. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. See me as your brother. See me as your brother. Look me like your nigga. I say hypertech nigga. See me as your guy. See me as your nigga. See me as your nigga. I say hypertech nigga. See me as your brother. See me as your brother. Why don't you look like your sister? Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. See her like your sister. And look me like your brother. Oh, oh, brother, yeah. Yeah, brother, yeah. Oh, brother, yeah. Oh,
Alright, Baba when was still Two-Face Idibia during Simi So, and it is 8:33 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad. How's it going? It is time to talk sports, and as usual, there's a sports seer in the studios with me. A beautiful morning to you, Daniel.
A beautiful morning to Bolabad.
How is it going?
Nigerians.
Happy last day of the year.
Finally, it's the final day of the year.
So tomorrow is going to be
Tomorrow's going to be
2026.
wow. It's going to be wow. I can't imagine what people have in store for tonight. You know,
Oh my goodness.
how it's going to go down.
You better plug in. Plug in. Stay safe.
Well,
Do whatever it is that you want, actually.
Mhm.
Do whatever it is that you want. Because on the most serious, I'm someone that, what do you like to do, towards the end of the year? Last day of the year. What do you do? Into the new year.
into the new year, just
Yeah.
like to stay to myself. Just
No church, nothing.
church, of course. Even if I'm in church, I don't like to be in the congregation. Just find a place quiet and just listen to myself and listen to what's within me, because I feel that's the most crucial part of it, not just the celebration and the euphoria. Because at the end of the day, it's just another day. Just want to listen. What did I need to do better and all of that? So yeah.
Reflect.
Mhm.
I like the fact that you said that you sit and then you think and then you reflect what you need to do better. I feel like a lot of people should do that more often, but a lot of times people are always in the clubs partying
Yeah.
into the new year.
When it's just another day.
See, it's not just another day, oh, brother. Me,
At the end of
we
the
are
day-
entering another calendar.
Yeah, definitely.
Another 365 days,
That one
brother,
too, Keisha.
is
That
a
one too.
lot. A lot happened in 2025. So even if you're going to see that reflex, reflection mark
Gone, a lot, because sincerely speaking, you got to reflect on a
Oh
lot.
my God! This morning, I was thinking about. I was like, there was a way or a trajectory which I started the year with, and trying to maintain, and then all of a sudden life happened.
Life happens.
You just they're not born you. You
Some of people from the resolution they made last year. and
I
where
don't
they are
actually
now.
believe in resolution anyway.
I also don't believe in it, but at the same time, I just feel like some things need to be changed and some things need to be done better. But at the end of the day, when you look at December from what you said in January.
Brother,
it's
a long journey.
It's like life just come and just got the steering and.
But then I'm sure the people, you listening, you understand that. But Bami, this can change one month
everywhere.
Or 1 week before the end of the year. Like you're like
you got your own script, but so does the year.
People are too jassy, So a lot of things to be thankful for, regardless. One thing I am thankful for this year is that right now, today, this morning, is the fact that I'll talk about that later. So I don't know. That's what we're doing on the People's Assembly. Anyway, congratulations to Super Eagles.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
It was a perfect one.
It was a lot.
The only team.
Okay, so now we're talking.
In the AFCON.
3 wins, 3 games.
The only team.
Great one. A great one. Great one.
The only team.
Great one.
The
Great
Super
one.
Eagles are indeed super. Mm-hmm. And what they've done is history. At this current AFCON, they had the only team to have done that. Everyone just have to come on, dub their hat for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
It was a great win yesterday. It was a great win yesterday.
Perfect
a great one. Yeah.
Against the team we were expecting was going to be tough.
No, it wasn't tough. Even their coach was saying that facing Super Eagles won against Tunisia, because a lot of people thought like Tunisia was going to be like a tough one. And immediately they won against Tunisia. The coach said that facing Super Eagles now is going to be dicey, because if you could have scaled through with Tunisia, it wasn't a draw, it was a win. Basically, then it's going to be tough. Now we've scaled through the group stage. We're going to the round of 16, and hopefully the momentum keeps going this way. Still sitting on the fence concerning them, because the last AFCON,
how did they have to do to win you?
Last AFCON, see.
When you win 3,
I was invested last AFCON, and then they fine. You were not playing
life happens.
Like crabs.
Happens.
The play on the pitch that day was terrible.
It was
a final. They didn't play as though they were playing a final. They were playing like they were playing friendlies.
Oh, come on.
Yes, no.
Like
I said, I was invested, so I saw the match.
Ivory Coast was at home. The advantage will always be there. The fans was there.
I beg. Now come and say, I beg. Anyway, that and more will be coming your way. Daniel will be giving you the tea and the details and everything that you need to know. I'll be stepping aside now to come return to the microphone by 9 a.m. It is time to talk sports, and you're welcome.
What a wonderful finish! That is the most embarrassing own goal. Oh, what a goal! That's something out of nothing. He struck it sweetly, and does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybook stuff.
Day before yesterday, as we call it in sports, was a quarter-final day, and yesterday was a semi-final. But today, the 31st of course, December, is the final day of the year, the grand finale of the year 2025. Gratitude everywhere, joy and rejoicing, and most especially a time to celebrate the goodness of God upon you and yours all through the year 2025. And that's how I welcome you, of course, to the grand finale of the sports segment of Melody Sunrise here on Melody 100.7 FM, Bashonu Ibadan. This is the last time you're going to hear this, of course, this segment this year. The final round. All the glory to our God. And let me begin to welcome you, of course, on behalf of everyone that will be working together to make this, of course, segment a success. The Sport Bam Bam will be joining me in a bit. I'm yours, nice and faithful, Daniel Adeyemi. The sports seer is here. And let's go straight right into it. A lot of actions yesterday in a beautiful round little game of football. Especially at the ongoing African Cup of Nations in Morocco. Action packed yesterday. And all of the 4 games that were played yesterday all delivered goals. There are no goals yesterday between Tanzania and Tunisia. We saw it ended a 1-1 draw between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Uganda. It was a 4-goal thriller, but the Super Eagles Nigeria with the upper hand. The game ended 3-1. It's no news to many of you. Of course, Uganda didn't go. Of course, it didn't go down easy yesterday. They still had to go with a red card, making history everywhere. Did you know that in that game yesterday between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Uganda made history? Yes, they made AFCON history yesterday with red card and 3 goalkeepers in one match. Uganda exists, of course, the 2025 African Cup of Nations after a dramatic group stage defeat to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, setting 2 unwanted record in the process, becoming the first, of course, team in the tournament to receive a straight red card and the first team to field 3 goalkeepers in a single match. It was so hot for them to handle the Super Eagles so much that they had to bring in all their goalkeepers. The usual sequence of events unfolded during the Tuesday final Group C fixture. Uganda captain and the first choice goalkeeper, Dennis Onyago, was forced off with an injury, and after colliding, of course, with a goal post while attempting to prevent the ball from going to the corner, he was replaced with the second goalkeeper, Namfia Alonzi. However, Alonzi's time on the pitch was, of course, short-lived. Minute after coming on, he was shown a straight red card after rushing out of his penalty area to deny Victor Osimhen the clear goal scoring up game. Bam Bam is here with me this morning. The Sport Bam Bam. Good morning.
Good morning, Daniel.
What did you? Okay, let me let you do your instructions. Sorry.
Good morning, Daniel. Good morning to all our listeners out there. It's nice to be on the program today. It's a lot to talk about in the ever exciting world of sport. The Super Eagles of Nigeria. I mean, they had a convincing win against the Cranes of Uganda. Right? Yeah, Cranes of Uganda. It's nice to be on the program today.
All right. Yesterday, we saw a lot of things in the game yesterday. Number one, the manager didn't come with all of the big guns. The likes of Lukman Ademola got rested, Wilfred Ndidi. Even Sterling Wabali was not in the game yesterday. Osimhen was in the game all through. He was the captain of the side yesterday. What did you make of that changes, sort of?
I think that was necessary because we already had 6 points before the game against the
already made it to the next round.
Exactly. So we've qualified. The most important thing was just to finish at top of the group. And when you look at the group, for me, Uganda so far they look like the team that would pose less threat among all of the 4 teams right there. They played a draw against Tanzania, against Tunisia. They got defeated 3-1. So it was expected that the coach was going to make changes, and most of the changes were the ones that delivered for the Super Eagles. Of Oyedika was fantastic in that game, and Paul Onuachu, although he missed a clear chance before he got that second chance, assisted by Dele Bashiru, who is also making his not his debut per se, but I mean he's just making his first opening in the whole game. So the guys that were given chance were the ones that did all of the goal scoring and assists for the Super Eagles.
Samuel Chukwu is there with 2 assists yesterday.
2 assists yesterday, although he started the first game. He played in the first game. So so far so good. The Super Eagles, they were convinced. They played in a convincing way. They topped Uganda. The first 10 minutes, Uganda, they were posting trying to string 1, 2, 3 passes together. And I realized that that's one of the strengths of the Super Eagles. They start the game on a very low tempo, then later they pick up and start very well. Only Tunisia game was where they dominated from start to finish, but this one they were able to string 1 through 3 passes among themselves. Subsequently, after the game themselves, the midfielders were on point. They brought in young players, although Salim Fago came in the 94th minute. We also saw Tochukwu Nadi. I saw that it was a bit shaky, but still, it was able to do 1 or 2 things. Aqua Adams came on board. So, for me, heading to the round of 16, yes, the hopes are high for the Super Eagles. They made Nigerians hope high once more. And this is not the first time I'm seeing them doing well in the group stage. But I don't want us to get used to this and later on
because we actually have a host nation, Cote d'Ivoire, yesterday did very poorly in the group stage. Actually, they had to leave the group stage as one of the best third place finishers.
That's
Ivory Coast,
okay.
Cote d'Ivoire, and they went on to win the tournament. That was last time.
Yeah, and they were in the group with Nigeria. Nigeria gave them a tough time, but when they played in the final, they returned it. They defeated Nigeria.
Now, of course, for Nigeria yesterday, there was a bit sad part of the story yesterday as Ryan Alebiosu picked up an injury that ended, of course, AFCON campaign yesterday. Yes, for those just hearing that, back on Rovers defender Ryan Alebiosu has been ruled out of the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco after sustaining an injury during Nigeria final Group C match against Uganda. Yes, yesterday evening, Alebiosu, who made his senior debut for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, suffered a deep cut to his right leg and will take no further part in the tournament despite featuring in the first game. The 22-year-old impressed with a composed performance and a quick emerge as a promising option at the right wing back for Nigeria. Now, that seems to be not one thing we'll be expecting. Coming to represent in your first game and you are out of the tournament.
I mean, that's really sad. I didn't even see that part because I stopped watching the game towards the second half. But for someone making his debut, although if eventually Nigeria go on to win the competition, it's still going to get a medal, but it's just really, really sad. And we know that it's not the starter in that position. When it comes to the right back, maybe we are not fortunate because we used to have a certain Ola play that position. It wasn't called up to the AFCON because of the last qualifiers we played, and he picked up an injury till now. He hasn't gotten himself, and right now another right back for us, Ryan Alebiosu, now is injured. So although he's not the one that will be given the nod maybe in the round of 16 when he becomes tough, because we have other players who can play that position right there. And Bright Osai-Samuel was benched all through. So maybe it's another chance for Bright Osai-Samuel heading to the round of 16. He knows that right now I'm the only solid right back for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I have to be in form. I just have to be in the place of Cucurella, who obviously we know that at the left back for Chelsea, he has to be there all through. So he has to be solid all through the game. It's so sad for Ryan Alebiosu. Hopefully he gets back.
All right, not just, of course, Ryan Alebiosu, we're also getting reports that Seredesa, of course, is one that we can say currently is also battling with a thigh problem and is scheduled to scan, of course, tomorrow. That's what the official report we are getting from the Super Eagles. So Nigeria have already, of course, secured qualification for round of 16 and, of course, completing the perfect group stage campaign and winning all the 3 games. So if you look at it now, it's safe to say Nigerians are now in pole position to be called favorite to win AFCON.
They've always been favorite. I mean, last time out, they were second in the competition. Irrespective of what happened in the World Cup qualifiers, I always think Nigeria are favorites. When you listen to some of these legends of African football, they would always mention Nigeria because we boast of a very, very top quality squad. We have fantastic players. We have 2 of the best strikers in the Turkish league, and both of them played yesterday. So we have fantastic squad, even compared to the likes of Morocco, Ivory Coast, even Senegal. These are our mates when it comes to quality squads right there. So we are definitely a threat, and hopefully we take that threat to going to win the AFCON, because now they've started on high. If they keep the morale and everything seems to go well for the Super Eagles, they're going to go far in the competition. But so far so good. Yes, they are a threat and they are one of the favorites to win the competition.
All right, so far so good right now at the AFCON. 8 teams have been confirmed, of course, in their respective schedules, while remaining 8 teams will discover their opponent after the conclusion of group game matches today. Yes, so far the confirmed round of 16 fixtures is Morocco and Tanzania. And of course, we also have Mali facing Tunisia, and Algeria facing DR Congo, Egypt, Benin Republic. So 16 qualified teams by group right now. We have Morocco, Mali in the group A, Egypt and South Africa in the Group B, Nigeria, Tunisia, and Tanzania in the Group C, and Senegal, DR Congo, and Benin Republic. Now, of all the four games that will be going down the round of 16, Morocco, Tanzania for you.
Easy for Morocco. That's very
What about Mali, Tunisia?
Mali, Tunisia. For me, Mali, they're not putting up a performance that I expect them to put up. I expect them to be very, very tough. In fact, that game, their group right there, I thought they were going to give this team a run for their money. I'm trying to look for, Morocco. But they finished up with 3 points right there. And for me, they were not convincing so far in the tournament. They had all 3 draws against the likes of Comoros, where I feel like you should be getting all 3 points. Against Zambia, I mean, they had a draw, but they should be getting 3 points. So for me, Tunisia has impressed me, but their last game yesterday wasn't top against Tanzania. But I think I would tip Tunisia to defeat Mali in that one. Yeah.
Wow. All right, let's go to actions that will be going down today before we give you a result of games that were played yesterday in the Premier League as well. It has to be a reaction to that. Now, Equatorial Guinea will be facing Algeria by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Sudan will be taking on Burkina Faso by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. But Ivory Coast will be taking on Gabon by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Mozambique will be taking on Cameroon by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. These are the last round of games in the group stage. Now, games went down yesterday in the Premier League. Interesting action. The final game of the year in the Premier League. Manchester United yesterday got a draw at Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Quite shocking. They got a goal first with Joshua Zexi, and Wolves equalized in the 45th minute. Honestly speaking, United, when you don't expect them to win, that's when they get on to win games.
Yeah.
And when you expect them to win convincingly, they go on to draw or lose games. Against Newcastle, nobody thought they were going to win. They had a 1-0 win. And when it comes to Wolves, they had a draw right there. They are so inconsistent when it comes to winning games. When it comes to the smaller teams, you can't boast that United will win games, honestly speaking.
Okay.
But
let me cut you on that. Talking about inconsistency, both teams are on the same level in goals, but some kind of believe that one team is better than the other. And I'm talking about Chelsea, Man United. Also yesterday, Chelsea also at Stamford Bridge in the final game of the year played a 2-2 draw at Bournemouth. Can we say Chelsea and Man United are alike?
in terms of
they are on the same point when it comes to inconsistency, yes.
Well, yes, Chelsea are also inconsistent. Last 3 games, they've had 2 draws and 1 loss. And that's not top for a club that
wants to challenge.
That wants to challenge, and the boast of most of their quality players available. You have Palmer on board. You have Delap back from injury. You have Caicedo. All of the guys, Enzo Fernandez. You can go back and say that the likes of Mbeumo, there are a couple of other top players that are not available due to international break and the AFCON and also injury, but they are still struggling. Patrick Dogu is the one playing from the right wing. So for Chelsea too, they are also not consistent too. After the win against Cardiff, they've not gotten a win since that time. So I am never happy about Chelsea's situation. Although Bournemouth, right from time, always posed a threat against Chelsea. You see them playing draw. In fact, the last time that Chelsea won convincingly, that was away from 1-0.
Right.
And there's always a struggle between these two teams. But so far, so good. Both teams, for me, they have been inconsistent. But if you ask me to pick a team that I am so disappointed amongst these two teams, it has to be Chelsea.
Chelsea, yes, because when you look at how much they've spent and you look at what they've actually, got, they should be better than this. Now, Arsenal yesterday, they didn't take it easy. They were not ready for any dramas. Arsenal, Aston Villa yesterday, we were expecting they were going to be a tough game, but it wasn't a tough game. It ended up becoming like a thumpy. They defeated Aston Villa. They demolished them. The game ended 4-1. And from the 45th plus 1 minute of the game, they just started winning games. Goals started from 48 minutes of the game, the second half, 52 minutes of the game, and then 3-0. So they were up by 3-0, and then 4-0 before Aston Villa could get a goal in the 94th minute.
I was telling somebody that if there's anything that will break this, they are unbeaten, Aston Villa, it has to be Arsenal because they have a point to prove. Aston Villa so far this couple of seasons have been the one stopping Arsenal in terms of winning titles. We know Arsenal to be very, very close to winning the Premier League. But Aston Villa, this December period, they will always stop Arsenal. And look at their last game against Aston Villa. They lost that game 2-1 this year. So, and it was still this December.
Yeah.
And everybody was saying, Arsenal have started. Now they have another opportunity to defeat them. which they did. And I'm so happy and impressed about Arsenal. They didn't just win a 2-1, 2-0, 1-0.
It was convincing.
It was a convincing
we can beat you people. We
exactly,
beat you
and
very
they did it against Aston Villa. Aston Villa started most of their key players. Remember against Chelsea, the likes of Onana, they came in the second half. But this one, they started all of them. Unai Emery trying to feel like he can always.
And yes, Arsenal
exactly. They defeated them convincingly. The likes of Trossard, 1 point for them, and a couple of other players. They were at Arsenal. Gabriel Magalhaes again
was back.
Yeah, back. The last action he played was 20 minutes, but this time he started the game. Although he didn't finish up the game, but it was convincing. Another man who got a goal for Arsenal. Zubimendi too on fire. Mikel Merino, Trossard. You know one thing I like about Trossard is more or less like Perioneto for Arteta. He's that man that would always come in between the team, squeeze it out and fight and get a goal for Arsenal Football Club. Happy about Arsenal win. It goes to show that they can actually compete to win the title. Should they defeat some of these smaller teams and go on to beat or draw some of the top teams, maybe Arsenal are on the verge of winning the Premier League.
Okay, with Man City with the game in hand, of course, Arsenal leading now with 5 points on the Premier League table going into New Year. You have to actually say Arsenal right now are in the pole position. After 18-19 games in the pole position, we can say with how many games left now in the Premier League?
Let's say 20 now. Let's say 20.
Yeah, about 20 games left.
Yeah, that's
still a long way. 5 points, 20 games left to go. But with the incredible run of form they have right now, we can say Arsenal, they have advantage to win the Premier League, right?
Yeah, they have advantage, honestly speaking. But it's too early. Once it gets to January, February, in fact March, that's when we've seen the Premier League end with just 1 point difference.
Because one defeat like this, and then it's not more 5 points.
Yeah, we've seen the Premier League go on to the last day to win it. When Pep Guardiola almost collapsed on the floor, where Yumi had the chance to score a fantastic goal, and maybe Arsenal should have won the title right there. So the Premier League is a tough call. You will have to wait maybe till the last day sometimes before you see eventually with 5 point difference. It's so small.
All right, it's so small. That's what you're hearing from Bam Bam this morning. When we talk about, of course, the year ending already, we said it the other time, is the last time you'll be hearing this segment of course, Melody Sunrise this morning like this. So by this time tomorrow, to be 1st of January, Bam Bam, how are you feeling playing the final day of the year?
Playing the final day?
And that's the final day of the year. How are you feeling being part of the players on the field of the final day of the year?
Which field? Okay, you mean Melody FM?
Generally, alive. To be alive.
Oof, I mean, I'm just happy that I'm alive, guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I see tomorrow, I'll be very, very happy.
That's a man that's humble right there. Because that's how to be the way the spirit is. And this is how we just, bow out of the segment this morning. Whatever you do and all you do today, please, let's do it responsibly in all our drinkings and all our driving and everything we're doing. Please, let's have it at the back of our mind that there are people who will be really, really hot and their coming year will not be good if anything happens to us. So, I'm yours nice and faithful, Daniel Adeyemi. Have had a good morning with you today, of course, with my brother, Igufemi Akin Bobola. See you next year, and bye for now.
Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan. Stay cool with Melody.
Your secret number. Identifying
100.7.
Access granted.
Let's go.
You're about to witness entertainment, skills, experience, and desire to rock a party like no other. Mind-blowing sound. Ladies and gentlemen, the party starts now.
Melody 100.7 FM.
From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m. I love this station, Melody 100.7 FM.
Niger DJs, what up? Hey yo, this is a worldwide collaboration. The world-renowned YQ. Yo, the world-famous MI.
Before them been say we no rich, them say we no rich. By then music industry nobody send me. Our papa and mama no encourage we right now. Oh no, I learn to come with 1 in a million. The thing like my baby, I can color like chameleon. I am white, you with it, shake like the berry. And now see, like play, and finally every friend's kill it, and every family. When they see me on the street, them holler at me. Let me say my name, say my name.
Oh no, this is for those people who don't know. Say that my area boys are too slow. Can't even understand the way that I flow. Nah, they put me in the area. Oh no, this is for those people who don't know. Say the Nigerian boys are too slow. Can't even understand the way that I flow. Nah, they put me in the area.
Nah, I'm not saying I'm the best, I'm just asking who's better. Niger on my heart, my songs are a love letter. They used to say that I would never conquer VI, but now I'm the king of the South like T.I. They say Mr. Incredible doesn't use vernacular, doesn't have to eat it cause the flow is so spectacular. They feeling me in AJ City, your best act, the best act you ever seen to bless track. MIYQ, the flow is flying, you realize it's not on the same level of IQ. It's the hip hop reviver, flow like the Niger, more hits the more hits and more spit than saliva. They feel my charisma, it is what it is, man. They love my persona and hail me like marijuana. I remember back when M wasn't in demand, now they pay a couple million for the brand. God damn.
Oh no, this is for those people who don't know. Say that my area boys are too slow. Can't even understand the way that I flow. Nah, they put me in the area. Oh no, this is for those people who don't know. Say the Nigerian boys are too slow. Can't even understand the way that I flow. Nah, they put me in the area.
All my life, I've been working hard to survive the strife. Some people in there wish they live, we die, but now we are so fly.
So what if we don't win cars, we'll buy them. My parents wanna come see my show, let's fly them. Every girl asking to see me an item. I think I like him, and I wanna wife him. Yeah.
You know how it is. We are making money, we're popping crisp. For the pump and they call me jumping for pop. The gold and they call me champion love.
They call me M.I., Mr. Incredible M.I. No matter what you call me, my people, I'm getting higher. I make these other rappers sweat in the rain, and they vex cause they lame, but the check's in my name.
Oh no,
say my name, say my name. It's MIYQ, MIYQ is 2000 and whatever. New Niger music, yo.
oh no, baby. This is for those people who don't know. Say the Nigerian boys are too slow. Can't even understand the way that I flow. Nah, they put me in the area.
All right, that was MI and YQ from the song from the album Talk About It, and the title of the song is Area. And of course, this is Melody 100.7 FM, 4 minutes past 9 a.m. from the studios. My name is Bolabad. How is it going? And how is your morning turning out? It is time to go straight into the People's Assembly. and talk about something going on in the country and also something going on with you. Okay, there's this thing that I saw on the front page of one of the dailies that I took earlier this morning. We'll be talking about it, but before I get into that, if you're listening for the first time, Melody Sunrise airs every weekday from Monday through to Friday on Melody 100.7 FM. And yeah, People's Assembly is a segment on Melody Sunrise where we get to talk about things going on in the country. And a lot of people are focusing on tax laws and everything. We talked about that yesterday. And yeah, we're going to talk about something relating, maybe something that is sort of upsetting a lot of people as well today. But for those listening for the first time, the People's Assembly is like a parliament where there is a Speaker of the House. There's also the honorables in the House. You will be serving in the capacity of the honorable. I would be the Speaker of the House. What I do, I bring a conversation to the forefront and we talk about it. I give you the breakdown and open the studio line for you to, or studio lines rather, for you to call me up and drop your own 2 cents, your opinion and your thoughts concerning the matter at hand. Okay, so basically we'll be having conversations. You can send messages and also call me up, okay? And I'll be opening the studio lines in a bit. And when you call in, do not forget that you are an honorable of the House, so you should address yourself as such by saying when you call that your name is honorable. You have to add honorable to your name, and then your location will be your constituency. Okay, so moving forward from that, like I said, I read it on the front page of one of the Nigerian dailies this morning, which is Vanguard. The first headline actually says transfer above 10K. As the kicker, banks to starts charging 50 naira stamp duty from January 2026. Now, a lot of things are going to start happening from January 1st, 2026. There's the tax law that will take effect tomorrow. This will also take effect tomorrow. We talked about the tax law yesterday, but just in case you didn't tune in, I asked 2 questions yesterday. If you understood the scope at which the tax law would operate and if the tax law should move forward, as especially when the House of Assembly is against it. They're calling for the suspension until they carry out the investigation that they said they want to carry out concerning the discrepancies, or should I say the alleged changes between what was passed on the floor of the House of Reps and the Senate and what is being gazetted as a law to take effect tomorrow, January 1st, 2026. Ask those 2 questions. Do you understand what the tax law will be doing? And also, should it pass? Because on Monday, the House of Assembly, the House of Reps said they're investigating and it shouldn't proceed with the commencement. But the federal government responded yesterday saying, by all means necessary, these tax laws will take effect come January 1st, 2026. On one hand, what do you think about all of that? And the second thing we'll be talking about is the 15 naira transfer levy to start from January 1st, 2026. And the quote, the headline says, banks quietly to move to enforce new 15 naira transfer levy from January 1st. Now, I will read it out for you because a new 50, you know that when you transfer, what's it called now? Any money above 5,000 naira, you're going to get deducted that is 50 naira. Yes, any amount above 5,000 naira. A lot of people are asking, is this going to be like an additional one? Because say I transfer 5,000 naira and I transfer 10,000 naira. Is it like 2 different things? If I transfer like 15,000 naira, would I be charged 100 naira? So we'll break it down right now. Because the new 50 naira on electronic money transfer above 10,000 naira is take effect January 1st, 2026, following the preliminary system adjustments observed across several banking platforms ahead of the new year. Now, the levy tied to government stamp duty, regulation is separate from and in additional to the regular bank transfer fees already borne by customers. So industry sources told News Agency of Nigeria last week Friday in Lagos that while existing bank charges would remain unchanged, customers initiating qualifying transfers would now pay both the normal transfer charges fee or transfer fee and the extra 15 naira stamp duty per transaction. In a major shift to the current practice, the 550 naira levy, which was previously borne by receivers of fund, will now be paid by the senders. So this implies that for every electronic transfer above 10,000 naira, the sender will bear the full cost of the stamp duty alongside the standard transaction fees charged by the bank. According to the margin charge structure cited on some banking platforms, the new levy applies only to transaction above 10,000 naira and will be deducted on a per transaction basis. Transfer below 10,000 naira remain exempt. So if you're transferring 5,000 naira, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, and 9,000, even 9,500 naira, you're not going to be paying any 15 naira. And this one means that, normally right now, when someone sends you money above 5,000 naira, 5,000 and above, you get deducted as well, 15 naira. No, you won't get deducted. It's just the person sending the money that will get deducted of the 15 naira now. That is what this means. So transfers below 10,000 naira remain exempt, while movement of funds between accounts owned by the same individual within the same bank are also not affected. So analysts, however, warn that for millions of Nigerians who rely on frequent small value transfers to meet daily needs, the additional government charge layered on existing banking costs could deepen financial strain for households already operating on thin margins. Now, customers have in recent times and recent weeks raised concerns over what they describe as a steady rise in transaction-related deduction, noting that the quiet rollout of the 15 naira levy has heightened anxiety. So they observe that January is traditionally one of the most financially challenging months for households, driven by school fees, by rent renewal, food inflation, post-holiday obligations, and question the timing and limited public communication around a change that directly affects routine financial activities. So digital transfers have become central to everyday life in Nigeria. I mean, we moved for the whole cashless policy thingy. Now, underpinning, businesses, settlement, and informal trade, family remittances, and emergency support, with more than 70% of transfers estimated to fall below 20,000 naira. Financial experts says that the cumulative impact of a 50 naira charge on each qualifying transaction, when combined with existing bank charges, will significantly rise monthly, and that would be detrimental, so to say, on families or households that are already operating on a thin line or thin margin. All right, so for many Nigerians, the concern extends beyond the levy itself to a broader pattern of rising financial pressure that has eroded household resilience over time. They pointed out to the combined weight of escalating food prices, high transportation costs, stagnant incomes, and a range of service charges in their view pile up quietly in the background. So stakeholders fear that introducing an additional government-backed charge at the start of the year, and doing so with minimal public sensitization, because a lot of people will not know until it happens. This may actually reinforce perception that more cost-heavy policies could be introduced in 2026 without adequate engagement or clarity. As January 1st approaches, many households say they are bracing for yet another financial burden in an economy where for them every naira already feels stretched beyond its limit. They called on relevant authorities and regulators to provide clear guidance on the new charge structure. Is it going to be an additional 50 combined with the 50 naira that is on ground now, then we pay 100 naira, or is going to be just 15 naira? Explain its legal basis and ensure that customers are adequately informed about how it will affect their daily transactions. It's beginning to seem like sensitization when it comes to tax laws, when it comes to money in Nigeria is always like an hush-hush business. So what do you make of this entire situation? The additional 50 naira with charges on ground for every transaction above 10,000 naira taking effect tomorrow, combined with the new tax laws taking effect tomorrow. Do you think that this is the right time to take those steps for a country where inflation and the increase of prices in commodities are still very much high? Let me know what your take is this morning. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007. Do you have an issue with the new extra charges on electronic transaction above 10,000 naira with the already existing bank charges and everything? Do you think that people know about this, or do you think that sensitization, telling Nigerians what exactly is going on from the federal government and the laws they are enacting or open to commence tomorrow, January 1st, is a bit shady? 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. Call me up or send messages. Let me know what your take is concerning this. We're talking the tax laws taking effect tomorrow and also the extra 50 naira charges that would be coming upon every electronic transfer to the tune of above 10,000 naira. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Nigerians are saying they are not in the know. They do not know about this. And the federal government and the CBN has been a hush-hush when it comes to laws that has to do with Nigerian money or Nigerian people's money. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. This 50 naira extra stamp duty will be taking effect tomorrow, and it's following the implementation of the Tax Act as banks will 50 naira stamp duty on electronic transfers of 10,000 naira and above starting tomorrow. What do you think? 07055 071 007 07055 071 007. Did you even know about this, or you think that enough was done to sensitize people about this said charges that will be taking effect tomorrow? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. It is Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. Drop your comments right there and I'll be there to take your comment. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Toluwalashe Adetola on Facebook says, the new tax reform appears to be a welcome development, and I hope it will not plunge average Nigerians into abject poverty, as the federal government similarly assured citizens that fuel subsidy removal was for the benefit, an assurance that ultimately pushed many Nigerians into severe economic hardship. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from, ma'am?
This is Honorable Adam Lola calling from Ojo constituency.
Good to have you on the show. Happy last day of the year 2025.
Same to you.
Okay. Awaniyo.
I love your cornrows.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's have your take.
All right. See, there is something I have noticed about this country, or should I say this present administration. Every new year, every new law, and not laws that would benefit Nigerians like that. The rich keep getting richer, while the poor keeps getting poorer. These laws affect the poor, the middle class, the those who do not have. These are the people that these laws are affecting. So why can't our president, please, we are begging him more, because there's nothing we can do. Yoruba will say, I am not saying it's Oshikao, it's Owe.
Okay.
He should please bring out a law that would, ease this pain. That will ease this yoke off our neck. Nigerians are going through a lot. Somebody will ask me this year now that what have I achieved this year? The fact that I am alive, that my family is alive, madam, we've achieved a lot. We are begging him. We don't even have savings anymore. You can't even do a job and be okay in this country as we speak. He should please find a way of making things easier for us. That's what we are begging of him. Like I used to say, Nigerians are not asking for too much. We just want the basic things of life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Damla. Do have a great day ahead. 07055 071 007 or 07025 007. You can either call me up or send messages. Let me know what your take is this morning. We're reviewing the tax laws that will be taking effect tomorrow. Do you even understand the tax laws? Do you think it should commence tomorrow, with the fact that a lot of discrepancies and a lot of alleged changes have been made to the tax laws? Should it take effect tomorrow? And on the other hand, we're talking about the extra 15 naira bank charges on, transfers above 10,000 naira. A lot of people are saying that Nigerians do not know about this. It's just going to shock them tomorrow when they start making transfers. Do you think that, Nigerian government are actually always forthcoming when it comes to explaining, laws that will be taking effect concerning Nigerian people's money? Do you think they need to do better, or do you think they're doing just fine? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can call me up or send messages, or just head to Facebook and drop your comments on Facebook. It is Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. Hello, good morning, Honorable. I lost that call. Do call me back. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up or send messages. Let me know what your take is, or you can just head to Facebook and drop your comments on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM. Adita Mala Okunlola on Facebook says, beautiful morning to you. The new year gift the federal government is pushing down the throats of Nigerians amid hardship is heartbreaking. I hope this new tax law will not make life more difficult for the middle and lower class. Our government needs to work at making life easier for us and not the other way around. Happy New Year in advance. Happy New Year in advance to you too. Adedamola, thank you very much for your comment. Olawumi Okparinde says, well done, ma. Thank you so much, Olawumi. You can enter Facebook, drop your comments. Let me know what your take is this morning. Or you can just put a call through and send messages as well. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
My Honorable Speaker, good morning, ma.
Good morning to you, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
We were there from Monia constituency.
Good to have you on the show this morning. All right, let's have your take.
Anyway, if it is true that the government is going to add or make a surprise to Nigeria by charging extra 15 naira on any transfer, it's not a good or welcome development. Because presently, if I want to transfer from my app, they will first of all bring either accept or reject. By the time you accept, 6 naira 20.
Oh, that is via SMS when you're using your USSD.
USSD.
Yes.
Then first of all, we got 6 naira plus.
6 naira 90 something kobo. So that's roughly
Exactly.
7 naira.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Now, at the point of inputting your code,
Mm-hmm.
you will see another message
Mm-hmm.
that for this amount you want to transfer, 26 naira something cover again will be deducted.
Yes, from that is for your bank.
Making 30, almost 35 naira bound or
Mhm.
34 naira.
Mm.
Now, adding another extra 15 naira that we are talking about,
Mm-hmm.
making 40 naira.
Mm.
Even if it is 5,000 naira what to transfer, even if it is 2,000 naira what to transfer.
Mm-hmm.
So, why are we burdening ourselves? Why is our government burdening the populace? Now, we may be looking at it as if the money is minimal or small, but multiply that or 40 naira in 1 million people way.
Hmm.
You know how it amounted to in a day. Now, in a month. So meaning that government is reaping much from the populace, reaping much. Or if it is the bank that is doing so, they need to be checked.
It's the
Because
government
already-
actually. It's from the government. It's an extra 50 naira stamp duty from the
If
government.
it is the government,
Yes.
they don't have mercy on the on the populace. So
Hmm.
the masses are suffering. They don't want to look at it from that angle.
But they're saying now that you know normally when you want to transfer 5,000 naira, they'll deduct money from you, and they deduct
Of
from
course,
the
yes.
person that you're transferring to. So now they're saying that it's just the sender that will be deducted now. The receiver will not get deducted, just the sender, and it is above 10,000 naira, 10,000 naira and above, not below 10,000 naira. Any money above 10,000 naira.
So are they telling me that if I want to transfer, it will be transferred in 9,000 or 8,000, so to avoid that 50 naira?
Maybe.
It will be in a multiple way. Our government should look at it. It's getting much.
Thank you
Thank
so
God
much.
that the petrol something, the price of petrol. Thank God for the price war
Hmm.
concerning the petrol.
Hmm.
That is bringing it down small.
Hmm.
But what is going to be the war on this banking something? If it is government that is hating them to keep on increasing or inflating it, it's not good. Our government should look at it
All
and
right.
have mercy.
Thank you so
Mercy on
much.
mercy.
Thank you so much,
So,
Honorable.
Happy New Year in advance.
Same to you,
Or Happy New
same
Year
to
in
you.
area, or Happy New Year ahead. Whichever is
In
correct.
advance, I'm Ashodrayo. Thank you so much for your call and your take. 07025201007, 07025201007, or 07055071007. Call me up, send messages. Let me know what your take is this morning. Hello, good morning, Honorable. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, Honorable. All right, try and call me back. All right, so this message is from Chris. Says they've been collecting stamp duty charge. So how is this new? The one they've been collecting is, let's just hold our thoughts for a bit. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable.
This is John Abdullah.
That is Honorable John. Calling from where, please?
Ojo.
From Ojo constituency. Good to have you on the show this morning. Let's have your take.
All this money of the reduction,
Mhm.
the tax, everything,
Mm-hmm.
it's not an issue.
Hmm.
The number one issue on ground is the impact.
Hmm.
All this money, what is the impact all these are making on the masses?
Hmm.
If you are taking money from me, let me see the impact.
Hmm.
What am I seeing?
Hmm.
What is the benefit? I don't care if you deduct 1,000 from me.
Hmm.
But the 1,000, let me see it.
Hmm.
You can tell the power holding something.
Mm-hmm.
What people, I see Nigerian complain about it. Bringing this, but there's no light. That's what Nigerian people are complaining about, not the money. You can take the money.
But results.
see the
Let's
impact.
see the impact. Hmm.
So that is it. 50 naira, 100 naira. I don't mind. But I can't pay 100 naira on 50 naira on that kind of thing. And I'll be.
Oh my goodness, I lost that call. Thank you so much, Honorable John, for your call. 07055071007 or 07025201007. It is 9:30 from the studios, and this is People's Assembly on Melody Sunrise. We're looking at the conversation around the tax laws and also the new 50 naira stamp duty that will be deducted from just the sender of any amount above 10,000 naira. Below 10,000 naira, you're exempt. If you're transferring from one of your bank accounts with a particular bank to another account, say you have two different accounts with one bank, you're exempt as well. But if you're transferring interbank or intra-bank, different accounts, different entities, above 10,000 naira, you'll be charged an extra 15 naira stamp duty, and this will commence tomorrow. Did you know about it? And also, the new tax law taking effect tomorrow as well. What is your take about everything going on with the fact that the House of Reps is saying that it should be suspended pending the investigation on the matter of the alleged discrepancies or differences between what was passed in the House and signed by the President and what is being gazetted? 07025201007 or 07055071007, 07025201007 or 07055071007. So back to Chris's message earlier says they've been collecting stamp duty charge. So how is this new? This one is new because the stamp duty charge that has been collected up until today has been paid by both the sender and the receiver, right? And it is on amount above 5,000 naira, but now it is going to be above 10,000 naira, and only the sender would have to be charged, not the receiver. Okay, that is the difference, but it's taking effect tomorrow. 07055071007 or 07025201007. But people are still being skeptical though that I'm paying 50 naira on 5,000 naira and above right now. If I'm going to be sending more than 10,000 naira or say 15,000 naira, would I be paying 100 naira, so to say, or it is just 50 naira, saying that the federal government did not tell, or the banks did not enlighten the public or sensitize the public. Same thing with the tax laws. A lot of people are saying they do not even understand what the tax law is going to do or what it means or how it will work, but they shall know that it will start tomorrow. Are you also in that category? You don't understand the scope of the tax law, or you think that, you know what, do what you have to do, but let's see impact, just like what Honorable John has said. He said he doesn't mind being deducted 1,000 naira, but let me see the impact of what I'm being deducted for. 07055071007 or 07025201007, 07055071007 or 07025201007. Let me know what your take is this morning. What do you think? And moving into the new year's, this what Nigerians really need. 07055071007 or 07025201007. This person said the one that my bank has been charging me all this while, Uncle. Is it today? Well, the one your bank has been charging you all this while, just like I said, is the one on 5,000 naira and above. But this one is 10,000 naira and above. Now, what is confusing a lot of people is, would it affect me if I transfer 5,000 naira and above still? 07055 071 07055 071 or 07025201007. I lost that call. Please do try and call me back. 07055 071 Wrap up the conversation in about 2 more minutes. 07055 071 or 07025201007, 07025201007 or 07055 071 007. 2 more minutes and then we'll wrap up. Sorry, now 1 more minute and then we'll wrap up the conversation. 07025 201 007. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about the tax laws and also the new 15 naira stamp duty that would be deducted if you transfer money above 10,000 naira come tomorrow and beyond. 07025201007. Did you know about it? Do you even understand the scope at which the tax laws would work? Let me know. Or do you think that the federal government should just take a chill pill already? 07025201007 or 07055 071 007. 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. Those are the numbers to call me upon. You can head to Facebook and drop your comment on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. That is Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Adekunle, okay, on Facebook said, on the new tax reform, Nigerians are already grappling with economic hardship. Implementing a law clouded by unresolved questions would only deepen public suffering and erode trust in government institutions. The authorities must therefore hold its enforcement. Instead, investigate the discrepancies openly and clarify all ambiguities before proceeding. Any short of this would be unfair to the average Nigerian and harmful to democratic accountability. Thank you so much for your comment on Mwade Adekunle. There is Bijesh Kumar Kelanchari actually giving a thumbs up on Facebook. Thank you so much as well for your comment. 07025 007 or 07055 071 007. 07025 007 or 07055 071 007. What do you think about the tax reform laws taking effect tomorrow? Do you understand it? Is this a welcome idea? I mean, with the fact that the House of Reps is saying that, what we passed on the floor is different from what is out there and what will be enforced. Let us investigate this. But the federal government is saying tomorrow it takes effect. There is no going back. It takes effect beginning January 1st, 2026. Do you think it should go through? Do you even understand the tax laws and how it would work? And then we're talking about the new 50 naira stamp duty that will come on every 10,000 naira and above transfer that you make. 07025 007 or 07055 071 007. 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. Call me up or send messages. Head to Facebook, drop your comments, and then we'll wrap up the conversation in 1 minute. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up, send messages. Let me know what your take is this morning concerning the new tax laws taking effect tomorrow and also concerning the new 15 naira stamp duty that will be taking effect tomorrow on transfers above 10,000 naira. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Call me up, send messages. Let me know what your take is this morning. 07025 201 007. 07055 071 Just okay, this one does not have a name attached to it. He said it's just to start sending 9,999 naira. It is just funny. 999 naira. Okay, so just to start sending 9,999 naira remain. Okay, 07055 071 007. That's it for me for People's Assembly this morning. and the last edition of People's Assembly for the year 2025. A big thank you to every single person that called in, tried to call in, dropped a comment on Facebook, sent in messages. Thank you so much. You made the conversation really worthwhile. All right, so I'll be heading back to the music, and this one is from the late Sound Sultan. The title of the song is Area. Stick around and keep it locked.
Sultan and Ninja. Kenneth, you know what they do. This one and for all my brothers, we don't go outside Nigeria. We don't jack more for Nigeria. Always try to look back, cause no place like home, you know what I mean? So Obama tell me, say I Joda Bile and a true man. Check this out. Oh, yeah, oh. Hey, I Joda Bile. No matter where you go, make you not forget area, na Naija tí òde bá ti lè padà wálé o. How I wish, say I fit reach you anywhere you dey far away. That's one no say make you dey born area motherland do somebody borrow you a go, make you travel go Chicago. Remember Nnamdi selling car, so you go America. All these people women they raise you, still they stay for face me I face you. Promise say you no go fashy them. Every other month you go they tashy them. Hillary, where you been promised to marry, still they wait till boy she don't tarry. When she see you now inside ovation, you marry Oyinbo from another nation. Use mago ghetto. Now your Oyinbo wife don't know. Next thing you know, she don't go report you. Waiting you know, they don't deport you. I wish, say, I feel to reach you anywhere you day. You day. One no say make you the born area motherland I Joda Bile. No matter where you go, make you not forget area that like town area na Naija tí òde bá ti lè padà wálé you been saying now 1 year. It can turn to 2 years. You don't go for 7 years, but you deserve 11 years. Even when your papa buy, plus the tears your mama cry. Buy you for Chicago, then they miss you for Coco. Beyond do for Canada, your mama still they wonder. Igba wo lo to ma pada o. Remember for Naija you get ìyàwó. Kódà bílé. Ajo ma dabile o. How I wish, say I feel to reach you anywhere you day, brother man. You day, far away. That's one no say make you the born area motherland You say you go call everybody wait tired for your call. No tell why you go like so. From Germany to carry cocoa enter Yankee, but then cocoa bust for your belly. Rest in peace, you fly away. I come wonder if one day you feet come back yo. Your papa land yo, I understand. Say you day so far away, long way from home, long way from home. You got a long way from home, a long way from your papa land. No matter where you go, make you not forget area. east, north, south. You know how we're doing it. And all these people where they rule us, make I try make Nigeria sweet so that people go on to come back home. Respect Kenneth's music. Peace out, Jiggy. Now we're doing it. Kenneth said, I'm out.
All right, it's 9:45. Area by Sound Sultan, right there, and it is time for you to call me up or send messages. No calls, please. If you have someone that you want to celebrate today, celebrating them for their wedding anniversary, birthdays, whatever it is you're celebrating them for, you want to celebrate them for, all you have to do is to put a message across, and I'll be here to celebrate them with you and for you. Okay, you send me their name, their phone numbers, and also what you're celebrating them for, and you drop your name as well so I can tell them that you sent me. Okay, if you're just tuning in, this is Melody 100.7 FM. You're live on Melody Sunrise, and my name is Bolabad. It's 9:46 a.m. So now is the time for you to send that message. Okay, so let me celebrate your loved one for you and with you this morning. I mean, it's my JOB. Okay, let me know. 07055071007. No calls, please. No calls, just messages. 07055 071 or 07025 201 just messages. 07025 201 or 07055 071 send messages. Let me know whom you want to celebrate today, and I'll be here to celebrate them with you and for you. All you have to do is to send their names, their phone numbers, and also your own name, and tell me what you're celebrating them for. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You're sending just messages, okay? 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. I'm still very much in the studios, and this one is Stefflon Dunn teaming up with Sean Paul, Popcan, Sizzler with the song Hatiming the remix. Stick around.
Real top gunner, what you expect from a real yard runner? We no play dolly house, girl a fall for the hammer. Listen when me talk in the summer. When me touching on the summer, me need remember. Getting up back until November. Book your friend Brenda, keep her the vendor. I'm the love sender, no contender. Keep her the thing where I like fire, makes you know I'm the king, she can't remember. When that you get it touch, you turn and twist. When that you get it so hot like furnace.
Girlfriend
100.7 FM. Stay cool with the melody.
Alright, Starboy featuring Whiskey Black Jersey. Thankful. I mean, we began the show with gratitude and we are ending with gratitude. So I want to say a big thank you to every single person that called in, sent messages. People are still calling right now. I do not know why you're calling, but thank you so very much for the love, for the Facebook comments, for everything, for the shares that you've actually been sharing our post, the likes on the post, and also the engagement that we've had since the beginning of this year up until now. It is the last day of the year, last day of the month of December, and I hope and pray that every single thing that you are thankful for does not turn into sadness. I pray that come next year, you have a great year. You have much grace, more blessings, and good health. And we'll be able to survive and say yes. 2026, we're here and we're done. And we're moving on to the next in greatness, by the way, in greatness and everything. All right, so till next year. Yes, I'll be here next Monday, God keep us, and it's going to be an amazing time. The conversation doesn't end here. If you do not know, now you know. The conversation continues on social media. Follow us across all social media at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM. For me, though, it is at Bolabad across all socials. That is BOLABAD across all socials. No underscore, no space. Till next year, have an amazing one. God bless you and God bless the Republic of Nigeria. This one is Dami Crane doing Thankful. Oroilu comes up at 10 a.m.